Hi again everybody, and welcome to another video on the Mists of Pandaria beta for World of Warcraft. I am pleasantly surprised to see what just happened to my character when I came into Org over here. This is my 85 Hunter that I transferred over a while ago and been playing a little bit with. As you can see, he is almost 86. And when I first logged in, he was sitting on his Paladin mount that I absorbed from my Paladin through the new, basically the achievement and mount transfer service that was occurring here on Mists of Pandaria beta. It's been really buggy. Most people are finding that they don't have any mounts at all, or sometimes they just have one or two. You might log a preform character that only has two, and then you log a transferred, and you only absorb the two that the preform has, which is the Raven Lord and a red Swift Windstrider. Well, I brought my hunter over here to Org because I wanted to stable a pet that I got. More on that in a moment. And I was pleasantly surprised to see that I all of a sudden earned the achievement for Barely Made It, which only one of my characters had done, and that's my Druid main. And there we go. 56 mounts. This is an amalgamation of all of my characters that have been transferred over to the beta, including the preform. So we should see the Swift Windrider around here somewhere. Green. There we go. Here's one of the ones that you get as a preform character. You also get the Raven Lord, which is over here. However, my Druid does have this on live, so I absorbed it through him too. But these are all the mounts on all of my characters. My Albino is only on my Druid. My Battle Bear is only on my Druid. The Argent Charger that you can see here obviously is a Pally-specific tournament mount from Wrath of the Lich King. Only one of my characters has gone through Netherwing rep. Black Drake is on a few toons. Black Warbear is on my bear. A few toons have that one. The Black War Raptor and the Werewolf selected characters have that one. Blue Drake I actually think comes from my hunter. That one is only on my Druid. Regular Wind Rider, Cobalt, that one's only on my Druid. And God, I'm trying to get the hell away from that fight over there, and it's following me. Dark Phoenix is actually on a couple toons. Flame Ward's on a couple, including my hunter. Flying Carpet is only on my Druid, who is a Tailor. The Trikes are on a couple toons. Couple toons at the Brewfest Kodo. A gray, a white from back in Vanilla. Back when I would actually buy gold for epic land mounts, when it was safe. Green is only on my Druid. Not too sure what toon's giving that. My hunter actually owns that one. It's going to be kind of cool to have my Druid absorb a few of the ones that my other toons have. Raven Lord, got a Red Drake, Red Proto. This is the Feat of Strength one. Rivendare is only on my Druid. So if this goes live the way it is on Mists of Pandaria with the class mounts, I'm going to be really happy because I have one or two toons that don't have really special mounts. Mainly my Warlock. I mean, she's got the Land Dreadsteed from the quest, but she doesn't have anything really interesting that's flying. She's only got the Tyrael's Charger and I think the Sparkle Pony. Dragonhawk's coming from my Paladin. Not too sure he's got the Blue Raptor. Brewfest Ram's on a couple toons. That one's on my Druid. This one belongs to my hunter. I'm going to be happy to have that on my Druid. That also means my Death Knight is going to be giving my toons Aeonax, which is pretty cool. And the achievements are transferring over also, because when I logged into Org, well, unfortunately this screen is bugged, but it did happen to say that I got the achievement Barely Made It. Let me see if it's there. It is. And it says I earned it today when actually my Druid was the only one that earned it. Now the other thing that I want to talk about for my friends here in Nerve is Honey Badger. I tamed him today. He is much bigger in the wild. He shrinks down to almost a companion pet side. I mean, this doesn't look like an active hunter pet. Right here, this looks like a companion pet. And what's kind of funny is if you beast lure pets and you look at the tooltip, it still says their diet. I don't know why it mentions their diet. We haven't had to feed our pets in quite some time now, so kind of honestly, they should get rid of it. But here are some details of what the pet screen will look like in Pandaria, at least as of now. You can hide the information. It's a tab here for your character. As you see, I have no melee weapon anymore. I only have a ranged weapon. That's a gun from the first instance. The talons for pets, I don't think... Oh, well, yeah, they actually do work, but you don't get to pick anything here. Not too sure if it means you can respec a pet, because if you look here, it says that I can change my spec at the class trainer. It might only mean myself. I don't really think it means I can change a tenacity pet into a ferocity one, but we'll see. The spellbook here, you go to pet, and that's where you will get access to all of your pet spells. He has Bite, Cower, Gore, which is the Boar family one, Growl, your typical ones to Follow and Stay, Go on Passive. He also has Last Stand, Charge, and Thunder Stomp, common in the Gorilla family. Now, we'll go through some of the hunter spells that have changed over here. Basically, I noticed one today that was really, really different. Previously, Iron Hawk basically looked like Hawk, but had a different background to it. Iron Hawk now actually looks like an eagle, so it has a separate graphic, which is kind of cool. Call pets, nothing much has changed over there. I love the fact that this particular pet is still bugged here. Here is Pig Knight, one of the few hunters on Bloodhoof currently that's actually got a Tame of the Flaming Pig. I saw another one with it about 6 or 7 months ago and went out and got it myself. It's from a quest in the Cow Zone starting area. There's a special way of doing it very similar to getting the wolf with the sword in its head. A lot of people in my guild have that one. I'm one of the few that has Pig Knight. Nobody else has really tried for the Flaming Pig. I get a lot of questions about this particular pig on live. Concussive Shot is back. It was gone for a little while. It's back again. There's Eagle Eye and there's Aspect of the Iron Hawk. You can see they're somewhat similar. I think they actually took away Hawk now. I used to have it... Oh, no, never mind. It's still there. Iron Hawk used to look like Hawk, but a steel, more steel diamond etched kind of background to it. And pretty much everything else looks the same here for spells. Concussive Barrage is a talent now. You can see that's what that looks like. Exhilaration is coming from my talents. Disengage gives me a heal. There's Bombardment, which says that if I critically hit with a multi-shot, the focus is reduced. See my trainer about Glyph of the Aspect of the Beast. Huh. That's interesting. Haven't seen that before. Kind of interesting to see that. So I'll go through my talents here. In Tier 1, I went with the heal. Otherwise, it was Post-Haste, which is a speed increase, or Disengaging gives a web trap. Really, you could kind of go either way on this one. I can honestly see a rather even breakdown of abilities there. Silencing Shot, because I'm a marksman, I'm used to having that on live. I went with that. There's Wyvern Sting, and here's another one called Binding Shot that tethers a couple of enemies together, which sort of reminds me of some of the stuff in the Demon Hunter in Diablo 3. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Chimera, reduces the cooldown to Disengage and Deterrence. Could be good for some fights, like the Boat, Heroic Boat, and Dragon Soul. Aspect of the Iron Hawk, which is what I picked. It increases my ranged attack power and reduces all damage to me. Spirit Bond, we all know what that one is. Fervor, I went with Readiness, again, coming from Marksman and Live. Thrill of the Hunt, which came out of Survival. I did Murder of Crows. There's also Dire Beast. And there is Lynx Rush. Dire Beast, I believe, was the one that was called Call Beast. And this was the one that was bugged, where hunters could spam it, and it was working even really effectively in PvP. They could just sit there and whistle, 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 and you get beetles and tigers and beetles and tigers and beetles and tigers. There's Lynx Rush. You've got Glaive Toss. Hurls 2 glaives at the target, dealing damage and reducing their movement speed. Power Shot, a wind-up shot that hits the enemy and all enemies between you and the target. So basically a gigantic piercing arrow. And there's Barrage, which fires a spray of shots forward for 3 seconds, dealing a total of 288% damage to the enemy target and 72% weapon damage to each target in front of you. So, kind of this is a chance for players to get a cone attack like bosses, and it's kind of almost bringing back Volley, which I noticed Rift still has. So there's some hunter stuff here. We'll go through this warlock portal and you can see what that's like. Ta-da! It's magic! I'm fooling you with magic and you don't like it, so fuck you! That is a warlock ability that's going to be available. And you can see it gives me a debuff. That means I can't use it again. Well, it actually means, hopefully, enemies will pick something else. Faded into the nether, causing most creatures to prefer other targets. So it's a little bit of an aggro wipe. It's kind of fun. I don't think you can go through it in the reverse direction. I think you can only go green to purple, but let's find out. Nope. Apparently it's a two-way street. So there you go. There's a update on some of the stuff we've got going on the beta. It has been stable this week. Last week it was utterly horrible. If the beta itself wasn't giving you problems, the world of Pandaria, basically, you're always getting world server down. And there's some stuff about Hunter. And let's get Honey Badger back for an encore performance over here. Although I know Honey Badger doesn't really give a shit, I'm gonna summon him anyway. See, he shows up as a boar over here, it's kind of funny. Silly little badger, do crazy little tricks and shit. Let's go get him a snake. Let's go get Honey Badger a snake. So take care, friends. Hope you enjoyed this beta update and some stuff on hunters. Pets are now tameable. I haven't seen one of the slugs here in Org, but here's a pally with a that was kind of cool. That was a cool guardian. There are slugs running around in Org now attached to some hunters, and that's when I knew that they were available. That was the first brand new pet that I saw, and hopefully I'll be able to find some later on. So take care, everybody, and enjoy.